In this video, we are going to see how to create a Fabric capacity on Azure. Fabric is basically a resource that we create on Azure. In the same way that we use Azure to create a Databricks or a Azure Data Factory service, we have to use Azure to create a Fabric service. So here, you can either type Fabric in the search bar or click directly on the resource if it appears on your screen. So here I click on Fabric, and then I arrive on this page. So on this page, we will have the list of all the Fabric capacities currently deployed in your organization. As you can see, I have 3 of them, and to create a new one, you can click on the Create button, which is right here, and then we arrive on this page. So first, we have to specify the subscription that will be used for billing, and if necessary, create a resource group. Basically, a resource group is a container in Azure that lets us group all the resources related to a project. Let's create one quickly. So I click on Create New and name it RG Fabric Demo. Then click OK. Next, we need to provide a name for this capacity. So basically, this is the name that will appear in Fabric. Let's type Fabric Demo. We can see that there is already a resource called Fabric Demo in my region. So I'll add test at the end. Alright. Then we have to choose the region in which the Fabric capacity will be created. This will also be where the data will be stored. And here, be careful. Your company may require all data to be stored in the same country or region as the company. For example, many European Union companies want their data stored within the EU. So if your company is located in France, for example, you could choose the French Central Region or another EU region. The choice really depends on your company and its usual practice. For my part, I'll stay with North Europe, which corresponds to Ireland. Next, this one is very important, we have the choice of the Fabric capacity. So if we click on Change Size, we see the different capacities I showed you, ranging from F2 to F2048. For this demo, let's choose the cheapest, so the F2, and then click on Select. By the way, a quick note, depending on the region you choose, the price can differ. In the North Europe region, the price of the F2 is $259 per month, whereas in France Central, for example, the F2 costs $273 per month, a difference of about $14 to $15 per month. And in other regions, the gap can be even larger, so it's good to know that the price varies by region. In the menu below, we can define the capacity administrator, so basically the person will have full rights over the capacity, especially to pause or resume it. Once everything is set, we can click on Review plus Create. So I click on it, we arrive on this page, and then I click Create. A message appears in the upper right indicating that the capacity is being created, so it's being deployed. We will have to wait a little, it can take a few minutes. Alright, so the capacity has been deployed and is available. So if we click to go to resource, we land on the Fabric capacity page. Here we see useful information, the selected region, the chosen license, so F2 here, and we also have a little button to pause the capacity. As I mentioned in the last video, while the capacity is paused, we don't pay for it. Currently it is running, so I'm paying for it now, but if I stop it by clicking pause, let's do the test. So here I click yes, we see it is pausing, and from that moment I stop paying until I start it again. So a notification confirms that the capacity has been paused. To restart it, I simply click resume. Alright, so it's running again. Also, like I said in the previous video, with the pay-as-you-go mode, we can easily switch from one capacity to another. If I click change size here, I can move to F4, F8, or any other license. For example, to move to F4, I select it and click resize. And after a short scaling period, we see that we have switched to F4. If we go back in overview, the capacity is now F4, and in the same way, to return to F2, I repeat the procedure, so I choose F2, I click resize, and it's done. So at this stage, the Fabric capacity is created, and our users can use it. How do they use it? They just go to Fabric, so to open Fabric, type in the URL app.fabric.microsoft.com. You can bookmark this URL if you want. And then to use the capacity, we just have to create a workspace that will be attached to it. So here I have the list of my workspaces. I click on New Workspace. We can here enter a name such as Test Workspace Fabric. Then you can click on Advanced And at the bottom, under Fabric Capacity, the drop-down menu shows the Fabric Capacity we created in Azure. So all the items I create in this workspace will consume that capacity. So I click Apply, and then I arrive in this empty workspace. And inside this, I can create my pipelines, lakehouses, notebooks, data flows, Power BI reports, and these items will use the Fabric Capacity we set up on Azure. Alright, so in this video, we saw how to create a Fabric Capacity on Azure and how to make Fabric available to our users.